Hey guys, it's Nick here in Carrollton, Ohio.
Hey guys, it's Nick again. Hey guys, it's Nick. Hey guys, it's Nick.
Hey guys, Nick here. Another showcase today. Today we are delighted to have Matthew Brown from CraftBeerBQ on Instagram. He's got almost 2,000 followers. He does a lot of cool stuff. From his last thing, he has like this little fried egg kind of thing on here. My favorite on his page is the Brussels sprouts and steak. Matt, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me today.
No problem. So just to get started here, how did you, get started? I know you have your other, your 9-to-5 paramedic kind of stuff, but what kind of got you into, the grilling and home cooking arena?
Yeah. So one thing that's always made me uncomfortable was like making burgers or steaks for people. And I was one of those people when I was at work, I would just kind of YouTube everything. And I ended up falling down this rabbit hole of like barbecuing and smoking and all that stuff. And I started looking at Malcolm Reed, How to Barbecue Right.
Cool.
And Until You Roy Cooks. Have you ever heard of them on YouTube?
Yeah.
And kind of just like got me involved in the smoking side of things and barbecuing, and started out with like, a small vertical like charcoal griller. And then I went to a pellet smoker, and now I'm on an offset like wood burning smoker. So it's
Gotcha.
like I'm
making your way up the range.
Yeah. I'm like, just moving slowly but surely, just spending more money on things that I, just love to do.
Exactly. Did your hobby and passion for grilling come from anything other than, just one day waking up kind of just, I want to try this out? Or is there a deeper kind of, history to it, or what is that story?
A little bit. Yeah. So my dad was a firefighter, and a big thing in a lot of these fire departments, when they're not, putting out fires and stuff like that, they like to, and on the off days, they like to do these competitions between different fire departments, and even like at the Houston rodeo, they do it sometimes, the cookout. So he never really cooked with me per se, but I got to witness, them all cooking and trimming meat and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So it was, came from there kind of.
Kind of, you mentioned your father being a firefighter and everything, and you're a first responder. Yeah. What's kind of, because a lot of, barbecuers and home cooks also still have like their 9-to-5 and then come home, and it's kind of just like, their escape from everything. What's it like balancing work? I know the hours for that stuff can be, all over the place. So, what's your average week look like? Do you get to cook at the same time every week, or, does it kind of just depend on how the week's going?
Yeah. I feel like a little bit more fortunate than some people that are, aspiring home cooks and barbecuers, because my schedule, like it's a lot on the front end, but I have 5 days off after my 2 24-hour shifts.
Nice.
So I can't complain, honestly. Like, so my normal week, so let's say I just got off today and it was my last day. Gotcha. Have these 5 days off. It's Super Bowl weekend. And, I'll probably do something like 2 or 3 times this week. Gotcha. I don't really have a menu yet, but it's just like I have so much free time, I feel like, to actually smoke and try new things. Like that poached egg. That was definitely a new thing.
The last thing that was on there, I was just looking at it. That looks crazy.
Yeah, I took a couple of tries.
Exactly. So where are you from? Like, where are you located at?
Yeah, so I live just north of Houston in Magnolia, Texas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have family that used to live up in Spring, Texas.
Oh, really? Yeah. I used to work over there.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. So do you work for like the Houston Fire Department, or is it kind of just up in Magnolia, or?
No. So I work, how it kind of works, like city of Houston has, the city limits, and then Houston's inside of Harris County, and there's a lot of different other little unincorporated areas of Harris County.
Gotcha.
I work for those one of those unincorporated Harris County areas. So it's just like northeast of Houston where I work.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
So, think about Texas, and, they're kind of like the barbecue capital of the world. That's at least the way I view it. A lot of our, customers and stuff are from the Texas area. What's kind of Texas's like staple? Is it brisket, steak? I know there's a lot of tri-tips out there. What's kind of like the style of cooking down there? I mean, have you been to any competitions, and what do you see at those?
Yeah. I haven't been to very many competitions, but I've been to a lot of barbecue joints, and and you can drag people in. A lot of the common places, like there's a good place called Hurtado, and then of course you probably heard of Franklin. A lot of these places, like they'll draw you in with like some off the wall stuff. Like sometimes they'll have carne asada, and then sometimes they'll have like cinnamon toast crunch pork belly or whatever. But what really drags people in is that traditional Texas brisket, and salt, pepper, garlic kind of salt. No, I can't talk. Salt, pepper, garlic kind of brisket, not like different kind of flavors and seasonings.
Awesome. So away from, all the kind of stuff you have on your Instagram here, what are other hobbies that, you take part in? I know you had sent us a picture of your dog and, all the boys, that kind of stuff is, what else, who are you away from, the whole Instagram CraftBeerBQ kind of stuff?
Yeah. Well, I'm married. Me and my wife, we've been married for 3 years now, and our two dogs. Yeah. So my hobbies though, I still like smoking is a big part of my like outside life. Like that's me. Cool. It started off as like I just want to learn a little bit more. And then now I'm like a little bit more invested into it. And I just love doing it. So I post what I do make, and I don't really have like a menu option for Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Cool. It just happens.
Throw something out there, whatever you're feeling, you kind of just do it, and keeping it fun. I mean, that's one of the main things that a lot of people that we talk to and a lot of our customers, whether it be in the barbecue industry or auto detailing even, or tattooing, barber shops, that's like the common theme. And we say it all the time, is like just keeping it fun, and everything else will follow. You're doing a great job with all that as well.
Definitely not a job at all. Like I just love doing it.
Exactly. That makes it a lot better too. When, you don't feel pressure to do anything, or you're not doing it for the followers or any of that. It's kind of just throwing stuff out there, and then the people that, appreciate it and want to follow it will follow it.
True.
Apart from the barbecue stuff, I also see you're really big into craft beer. That's something that me and you share in common, actually. Is there any, big, what are some local breweries around you that you like visiting, or maybe even like favorite type of, beer that they serve there? Are you more of a porter guy, sour guy, like a pale ale guy? What kind of with that?
Yeah. So I love craft beer. A lot for me is the vibe that craft beer gives. It's not, people are like, oh, my beer's the best or whatever. You go one place and they talk about this place just down the street.
Exactly.
So I'm more of, if I'm going to go drink something, I love the flavor obviously, but my go-to is obviously like a pale ale or an IPA. It's like kind of on both sides of the spectrum.
Exactly.
But my favorite place to go to, because of the vibe, would be No Label, and that's in Katy, just a little west, like southwest of where we are now.
Cool.
And they have this beer called Sit Inside Haze.
Gotcha.
And it's very good. It's like I don't know if you ever heard of like H-Town, like rap kind of thing, if they ever.
Not really that familiar, but.
It's like the Cadillacs. They have the spokes on the side.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Swing and it's like a Houston staple. So they have that kind of named after their Sit Inside Haze, and it's just a good hazy beer. Like it's very nice.
Cool.
The vibe's really cool. A lot of cool people, good people. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's something I like too. Is not to like talk down on like the whole whiskey kind of thing, but I feel like the vibe between the beer and whiskey kind of thing is a lot different. It's more of all together kind of thing. And breweries sometimes, grow off of each other, and not that they steal stuff, but because breweries are so giving and, they talk about stuff. So I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm up
a different vibe for sure.
Exactly. I'm up from like the Cleveland area. I'm not sure if you've heard of Fatheads Brewery. They're up in Cleveland.
I think I've had one of their beers before.
Yeah, you might have had the bumbleberry. It's like they have honey. It's like honey and blueberry.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I'm more of like the sour fruited ale kind of guy.
Nice. Okay.
um, so looking into the future, you've been married for 3 years. Your dogs and everything, they're super cute. We'll throw a picture of them up on here. Is there anything, you're looking forward to in the future? Do you want to kind of do like, put more hours into this, or are you just kind of going to keep it a hobby? I know most of the people that start, it kind of starts as a hobby and it grows into something bigger. I know you've probably seen Chuck's Flavor Train on here and all them. So we did one with him and he said, yeah, I just started off doing it here and there. And then all of a sudden it blows up. So what is, the future of CraftBeerBQ looking like?
Yeah. So it initially started with me and a buddy just getting together doing things. And
Cool.
just with his like work stuff, it kind of like went apart. Or not like went apart, but he was unable to like kind of do it as often as I could because I just had so many days off. And then, so I guess for the future though, I was maybe looking at maybe doing a few competitions and,
Gotcha.
at the end of the day, like I don't want to lose like my passion for chasing something more than, a hobby. If it turns into that, absolutely. Like that'd be cool. It'd be phenomenal.
Cool.
But I'm just going to still be here. I'm still going to cook and, yeah, just keep rolling some smoke,
Awesome. Feel that for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm looking here, I see that, the dino ribs tab you have up there on your Instagram, those things, I'm really not all too familiar. We're just starting. We just got a GPS. We just got a char griller grill actually. So we're kind of, awesome. We're kind of starting our, barbecuing and grilling adventure. What is, I know is it just because they're bigger ribs or, is it a different cut or what are exactly dino ribs? It looks like something we want to do, but we don't want to, be that amateur cook that, messes it all up. So what's that kind of process like?
You say that though, like messing it up. I mess up things all the time. Like I'm by no means an expert. I think everybody in the barbecue world can like tell you that.
Yeah.
It's like an art, it's
gotcha.
Yeah. You're never going to be like, I mean, you obviously spend a lot of hours. You're going to be the best maybe one day, but you're still going to have those times where you mess up. And that's the fun part about it is learning how to do it and trying to get into it. But those dino ribs, they're just big beef ribs. So like most people, when they think of ribs, they think of like the St. Louis style pork ribs, sticky and sweet.
They're a little flatter and
most people or I personally, I cook beef ribs. I like just the salt pepper aspect of it. Like I treat it like a brisket and baby it. And
awesome.
And it's just, they're so good. Like honestly, like, and then the satisfaction of it, like afterwards, you like cut them, let them rest for a little bit, cut them. And then just like, they're always so moist usually. And the taste is phenomenal. Like it's always a good flavor profile, really a lot of really good fat renderings. And it's kind of an easy cook to do. Not gonna lie. It looks intimidating because they're so big, but it's probably one of the easier cooks out there to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. You mentioned the Super Bowl. It's coming up on Sunday here. Who you picking? I'm an Ohio guy, but we're not too fond of the Bengals. So who do you think's going to win?
I was actually thinking Bengals, but
yeah,
I don't know. I haven't really kept up with a lot of NFL this year. But I'd rather the Bengals win, but
gotcha.
We'll see.
Whatever happens, I guess.
Yeah.
The Browns will be in there sometime soon, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm coming from a Texans fan just because, H-Town. I have to be a Texans fan. We haven't been given the best cards lately. So,
exactly.
It's kind of hard to like really follow anything after like the first like 4 games because you're just like, yeah, we're not going to make it.
Yeah, whatever. Rather spend my Sundays out on the grill.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to be disappointed.
One question, we want to wrap up here with is we ask everyone, I'm not sure if you listen to any of the other ones, but if you could sit down and have, a beer with someone in your case, anyone in history, past, present, or, if your dogs could talk even, who would you want to sit down and have a drink with and why?
Yeah. It's going to sound like maybe off the wall because like he's pretty famous now, but it's kind of like a guy I look up to a lot, especially in this industry. And I think we would vibe.
Yeah.
But Malcolm Reed,
Gotcha.
he's like a barbecuer. I learned everything from him basically. Like he has so many recipe videos, and he like kind of drove that passion.
Yeah.
When I was learning, and I still look at his stuff. Like he has a lot of really good stuff. But yeah, I think I'd like to have a beer with him. I think it'd be really cool to just to pick his brain and just see like where his passion started, because
Cool.
his passion turned into like this, huge thing, and it's a business, and he has seasonings and barbecue sauces and, websites, like, this is actually like a business for him. So
Awesome.
it'd be cool to see like his, how he did his thing.
Cool. Well, thank you again for opening up your schedule and everything like that. Also, thank you, the whole first responder thing.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. And look forward to continued communication and relationship that we have here. We're going to I'll reach out to you on Instagram here shortly after. We want to send you a little, token of our appreciation for, you doing this for us and everything like that, along with a code on your next box of gloves or whatever else on our site that, would help you with all that you do.
Yeah. I was telling, I can't remember her name.
Aaliyah.
Yes.
Yeah. She runs
we're messaging
all that good stuff.
We're messaging, and I was like, I'm really looking for a glove plug, like, like I use so many gloves, and it's weird, I guess in this field, like, I don't know what it is. I guess with just being a paramedic, like I never don't have gloves on. So I just like when I'm touching like other animals' bodily fluids, like it's like I have to have gloves on. So
totally feel that.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. We have a lot of different, mill strengths, and the colors kind of make it fun and all that. So we'll definitely get you hooked up and talk soon. Thank you again.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Everyone go find him. That's craft_beerbq on Instagram, TikTok as well. Great cook. His stuff is amazing. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much. And I really appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good one. Bye.
You too.